I still remember when I'm the only Onyame Jesus, an Hollywood actor and their top content creator. Don't forget.
No. We just need a clarification on the. Good afternoon.
Yeah, sure.
We just want sorry. It's not a photo shoot now. We just need a clarification on the ruling on the NMA. What exactly was the position of the court on that for the benefit of this? Was it dismissed? Was it rejected? Or what are we supposed to take out of it?
Well, the ruling is simply requires Nnamdi Kanu, the defendant, to enter his defense. It's not a pronunciation of guilt or not guilty. So that is why it's called a no-case submission. So the judge made a ruling that there's a prima facie evidence that needs to be explained. So in common parlance, it calls on him to come and mount his own defense. But there is the other aspect of the ruling that concerned extraordinary rendition. That very one is one that compounded us, because the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu is so open and notorious. Two international institutions or two separate panels of the United Nations have made pronouncements regarding his extraordinary rendition and called for his unconditional release. Nigeria is a member of the United Nations and therefore bound to consider that and implement that decision. And in Nigeria here, 3 courts have made similar pronouncements. First was by the Federal High Court of Umuahia, which awarded him 500 million naira. And the Court of Appeal also pronounced that he was a victim of extraordinary rendition. And in the Supreme Court, the same Supreme Court that sent this case back to trial, reached the same conclusion, that he was a victim of extraordinary rendition. And all these things are on the record. They are all in the file. And we remember, when this trial was being conducted, these very documents were tendered in evidence. So it compounded us, it confused us, that the court now made a pronouncement that the extraordinary rendition had no evidence before the court, that no evidence of it was submitted before the court. And you remember, least but not the last, recently a Kenyan High Court made the same pronouncement. But well, if the court was misled by believing by mistake that these things were not in the evidence, it also said and left the door open that such evidence be submitted. So we are coming back with that evidence, and it's going to be quantum and legion.
You know, I used to support Gento.
Well, that one too, it wasn't in the evidence that the Nigerian Medical Association has intervened. So it came as a surprise, but there's a short date given of 8 days for the NMA to submit its report. So somebody is ill, somebody is ill. You know, I don't think NMA is going to change much of that. But I think the judge wanted to leave the record open to admit every possible evidence regarding this matter. But meantime, we are disappointed. Our client remains ill and remains detained. And we're not happy about that. His situation requires urgent and emergent care. So whatever the court says today does not mean that the government shall withdraw back. Just 2 days ago, I wrote a letter. A private hospital has also expressed readiness to admit him here in Abuja. For security reasons, I won't mention the name of the private hospital. But the government, if the government appears to have issues with taking him to the national hospital, we have given them an option of a private hospital also here in Abuja.
So it's safe to say that the application to be transferred to the national hospital was rejected?
Yes.
Rejected? No, it's pending. Yes.
One other information.
It hasn't been rejected. It's pending. Pending the admission of this report from the Nigerian Medical Association and the opinion of the Nigerian Medical Association. And you know, if you were in court, the judge had ordered that the committee or panel to be considered by the Nigerian Medical Association shall have a member from the National Hospital. So National Hospital is still in play.
One other information, please. One other information. We are saying that the judge has no jurisdiction whatsoever to try Nnamdi Kanu, because that particular issue of being a victim of extraordinary rendition must be determined, and that one will be whether they will be the one that will confer jurisdiction on the court. And the court said there is no evidence before him. No, we are going to supply evidence before him that Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinary rendition. Then, having done that, there is nothing, no case to answer. So that plan, you should go home with that. And if they fail to do otherwise, we will not see it as a war against the Igbos.
Just like he said, two sets of rules. One rule for the Igbos and one rule for every other Nigerian. This is a unique opportunity for Nigeria to be circumspect and look towards a political solution to this matter, and for especially as it concerns high crime and criminality in the Southeast. So we are all disappointed, but God has not spoken yet. We will come back and show that the extraordinary rendition was indeed included in the submissions made to the court. And then the judge, like the barrister said, will know whether he has jurisdiction or not. But for the Igbo people, this is your time to rise up and to speak up and to say enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Onyame Jesus is still my name. You're a Bollywood actor and they're top content creator. Anywhere you are seeing this video, make it go viral. Hey, today is the 26th day of September 2025. Nnamdi Kanu appeared in court today. Yes. Hey, wow. Today again, the same thing that have been happening since over 5 years now, or almost 5 years now, happened today again at the court. Yes. Now, no case. Yes. No case. What is she still doing under DSS custody? That's the question. There's no case. The other Judge Binta, no case submission. Judge Omotosho, no case submission. Another judge will still come, no case submission. Then what is still keeping him under DSS custody? That's the question everybody's asking. Everybody. Then even the Abia elders, Igbo elders, gathered at Abia State Government House, yes, to plead to Honorable Oti to speak and intervene on Nnamdi Kanu's release. But my question is this: are you telling me that Alex Oti did not know that Nnamdi Kanu is under detention unless the elders informed him or appealed to him? Is he not aware? Is he not from Abia? That's my question. That is it. This is Nigeria. And this is one Nigeria. Nigeria is my country. I must uphold to our rich cultural heritage. So help me God and me. That is it. You have had that. No case submission. So now what is the thing? When? And you notice that the case was adjourned. Time indefinite. Maybe you'll just hear one day that Nnamdi can appear on court today. That is it. No notice, no nothing. No wala. We are watching. But in case you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, try and do so that whenever I drop a video, interesting and interactive video like this, you will be the first to get it. Nnamdi Kanu must be free. I add my own voice to the voice of others, and I use my platform to say that Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Yes. Let me show you another video. Watch.
It has been renovated, revamped, and developed more for tourist attraction. It is going to yield income to the state government of Abia. See, Alex Oti is doing the right thing. But the issue now at hand is that Nnamdi Kanu's health is ailing, coming down, not ameliorating. It is not improving. So the major issue now is for Tinubu to allow him to go for medical tests, since he has decided to run ethnic democracy in Nigeria, a dictatorial system of government that has denied the Igbos their rights. Yes, incarcerated Nnamdi Kanu for over 50 months now. It is a tribal democracy that we are witnessing in this part of the world. You see it? Only. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader, the savior we have right now in Igbo land, apart from Jesus the Christ. The whole political elites have turned their back on Igbo women, Igbo men, and that is how Nigerian military, conducting all manners of onslaughts in Igbo land, killing people in their various communities, Igbo communities, Igbo localities, boys, girls, everybody is on the run. Imagine, in a situation whereby Nigerian military has actually come out to tell us that on their way to arrest Gentle Yahoo, they killed 2 women, 2 girls. Shame unto you. Killing women, shooting women. Oh my God. We are not even talking about the 8-year-old child that was divided into 2 by stray blood from soldiers at Ihel axis. We are talking about mama race, people with mama race, women with mama race. Our mothers were mowed down with blood too. Should have given birth to children, should have married and have children of their own. Nigerian soldiers shot them. There's no other way you could arrest those female ones to give you vital information about criminals in the southeastern Nigeria. You all of a sudden took life of ladies. Huguenots,
and shoot women. Women are not to be killed even during the time of war. They use them as weapon, against the opponents. They either be employed in the camp, cooking, taking care of wounded soldiers medically and otherwise, we are shooting those women. Shame. Say, Nnamdi Kanu is not built to die in incarceration. Rather, when actually discovered he is ill, he should be taken to National Hospital for Medicare. That's where, I rest my oar for today's analysis. Thank you. I sing you Onyami Jesus, abekwala no so.